This dog is calm, not relaxed, not tired, not indifferent, calm. And most people don't realize that calmness isn't a personality trait. It's a decision that's already been made. Most people assume calm means nothing is happening. They see a dog lying still, not reacting, not moving much, not engaging, and they assume he's checked out. They assume awareness requires motion. They assume attention requires reaction. They assume readiness looks like energy. That assumption is wrong because calmness is not the absence of thought, it's the absence of indecision. The reason this dog looks calm is not because he doesn't care, it's because he already knows what matters and what doesn't. He isn't constantly deciding. He already decided. And once a decision is made, the nervous system settles. Most dogs you see reacting constantly are still deciding. Every sound is a question. Every movement is a possibility. Every change requires evaluation. That process creates visible energy, movement, noise, engagement. People mistake that for awareness, but it's actually uncertainty. This dog doesn't need to resolve uncertainty in real time. He resolved it long ago. He knows what belongs here. He knows what doesn't. He knows which patterns matter and which ones repeat harmlessly, so his body stays quiet. Calmness doesn't come from confidence alone. It comes from clarity, and clarity removes urgency. When something enters the environment, this dog doesn't ask, "What should I do?" He asks, "Does this cross a line I already understand?" If the answer is no, nothing happens. If the answer is yes, action is immediate. There's no hesitation, because the decision wasn't made in that moment. It was made long before. This is where people get uncomfortable, because humans don't like silence in decision-making. We're used to thinking out loud, reacting publicly, processing visibly. So when an animal doesn't show that process, we assume it's missing. But it isn't missing, it's internal. Most people associate calm with passivity, but passivity is waiting for direction. This dog isn't waiting for direction. He's waiting for relevance. There's a difference. A passive animal needs instruction. A calm animal needs a reason. This distinction matters because most mistakes happen when action precedes clarity, when dogs react before evaluating, when people act before understanding, when systems move before deciding what matters. Calmness prevents that. This is why experienced handlers value dogs that look boring, because boring dogs don't waste energy deciding over and over again. They already know. Watch how he positions himself. He doesn't lie down randomly. He doesn't face directions accidentally. He doesn't choose spots without purpose. He places himself where information arrives early. That's not laziness. That's foresight. A dog that's constantly moving is often searching for certainty. Movement becomes regulation. Action becomes reassurance. This dog doesn't need reassurance. He's already settled on his role. This is especially true for dogs bred for responsibility. Livestock guardian dogs weren't designed to react constantly. They weren't designed to seek feedback. They weren't designed to perform for people. They were designed to operate in environments where nothing happens until something matters. And when nothing happens for long periods, reacting to everything would be a liability. So they learned to decide once and hold that decision. Calmness is not the absence of threat. It's the presence of boundaries. This dog doesn't need to scan every second. He already knows the limits of his environment. He knows what normal looks like, And because of that, abnormal stands out instantly. That's why calm dogs often act faster when it actually matters. They aren't burned out from reacting to everything else. They're rested, focused, ready. People often ask why calm dogs don't warm up quickly, why they don't greet strangers enthusiastically, why they don't seek interaction. The answer is simple. They already decided that social engagement is not the priority. Safety is. Calmness is what remains when priorities are clear. This is also why calm dogs are so often misunderstood. People assume something is missing. They try to add stimulation. They push engagement. They reward excitement. They think they're building confidence. What they're actually doing is reintroducing indecision. They take a dog who already decided and force him to reconsider over and over again. And that's when calmness disappears. A dog that's constantly checking in is not confident. He's unsure. A dog that constantly reacts is not alert. He's unresolved. A dog that stays calm is not detached. He's settled. Settled animals don't perform. They hold. This is why calmness feels unsettling to humans. We equate urgency with importance. So when something important doesn't look urgent, we distrust it. But the most reliable systems are quiet. Think about anything that truly works well. You don't notice it. You only notice failure. Noise appears when something breaks. Movement appears when something is unstable. Calm means the system is holding. This dog doesn't look calm because he's uninterested. He looks calm because he already understands. Understanding removes fear. Fear creates motion. Motion creates mistakes. This is why calm dogs rarely make impulsive errors. They don't chase unnecessary things. They don't escalate without reason. They don't burn energy reacting to noise. They wait, because waiting is not weakness. It's discipline. People often say, "I don't trust quiet dogs." What they usually mean is, "I don't trust things I can't read." But you don't need to read calmness. You need to respect it. Calm dogs don't seek approval. They don't need validation. They don't perform awareness. They embody it. This dog isn't calm because nothing is happening. He's calm because he already decided what will happen and what won't. And when something finally does cross that line, there's no confusion, no hesitation, no delay, just action. Clean, efficient, necessary. That's why the calmest dog is often the most capable one in the field. Not because he reacts less, but because he decides less. Decision fatigue destroys reliability. Clarity creates calm. So when you see a dog lying still, not reacting, not engaging, not moving much at all, don't assume he's unaware. He may be the most certain animal there. Because calmness isn't the absence of threat. It's the presence of a decision that doesn't need to be made again. And dogs like this don't look impressive. They don't perform. They don't reassure. They don't announce themselves. They just quietly prevent problems. Before anyone realizes there was a choice to make at all,